Hey, you know what the hip new thing is?
No.
It's manga.
At least you didn't say sports this time.
It's sports. Hello, welcome to our sports podcast where we're totally not doing the same joke again. At all.
They're coming to get you.
This, the joke police is like, cut it, you're done. We're pulling you off this thing.
You get the cane.
That would be painful. That'd be real painful.
Them pulling you off stage with a cane.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on how much force they do it with,
Well, if they do with a
and
lot of,
how large the cane is.
would have to be pretty large.
Yeah, I mean, the hoop has to be pretty substantial to circle around a human.
Welcome to our podcast about the physics of canes. That's what we do here.
Mm-hmm.
JK, JK, LOL.
Lol.
This is everyone's favorite podcast this season. Let me check up OVA. If you say that fast enough, it sounds like you're going OVA.
Oh, yay!
This is episode 71.
C.
No, we didn't do like a 71A or a 71B, so it's going to be 71C. Getting a little too far ahead of ourselves there. This is a podcast where we have conversations about manga, anime, and video games.
I wonder what we're going to be talking about today, Jared.
Video games, clearly.
Very clearly.
Hello, I am published author Jared.
Oh my god.
Told
He
you I
is
was going to be a jerk about that.
You got published twice in the same day.
Twice! It's the dumbest thing. Like,
Amazing.
what the heck?
Amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it. That's cool, kid,
I'm
and
a
Ladyem.
loser. I'm a loser.
Soon to
I'm
be
not
published, and Ladyem.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
So yeah, I got published in my school's journal for a paper I wrote about the Raiders of the Lost Ark score.
Which somebody made you watch.
It's true. If it wasn't for you, this whole thing would not happen. So I have a lot of thanking to you for that. And then also today, which you can go find that out and find this now. I wrote a piece for Crunchyroll about Caligula, and mostly just about the previous writings of Tadashi Satomi, which basically was just me talking about Persona 1 and 2.
Which, yes.
It's what a weird thing.
Today's
been a weird day.
It has been a weird day. And I also had a moment of thinking about Indiana Jones because you had your Raiders thing this morning that I was teaching class. And I was like, if a student wrote like that they loved me on their eyelids, I would never notice it.
And he has glasses in that part too. So like he's really got to get a gander there. That's why he stops for a second. He's like, is that what I think it says?
Yeah, I would never notice that.
You're lucky. It would be like someone in the back of the class, and you just be like, nope.
Shrug shoulders.
Shrug shoulders.
I mean, I've peaked because I already have like the chili pepper on Rate My Professors, so like there's nowhere to go but down from here.
Yeah, everyone knows Al's very spicy. The spiciest professor.
I almost spit out my water.
That would have been a great podcast where I completely just ruined another microphone of yours.
And my computer.
And your computer.
We're going to talk about some manga today.
We are.
And not Indiana Jones.
Okay.
And not how Jared is an accomplished published
author. Published author. Hey, how long do I have until I can put that in my Twitter bio?
Immediately.
God, I feel like that's where I'm pushing it too far, of being like just a smug jerk about it. What a weird day. Yeah. So yeah, like Al said, we're going to be talking about manga today. We're going to be talking about the Your Name manga adaptation, which we've already discussed this film, or at least the film, in depth a while back on an episode of this. So if you want to prep yourself for that, Like, you could go listen to that. We're not going to basically rehash the entire story. We might just, like, talk about some things here and there, but mostly we're going to discuss, like, the way this has been adapted, the differences between mediums, or as they say, media, because it's the plural form. I'm a published author. And just, like, the cool things that, you know, manga can do specifically within its own format that can, you know, enhance a story. And just as well as, you know, how the story can change from one form to another and still maintain its structure.
The gravity.
And the gravity of it. Yeah, that's a good way to put it as well. Oh, my chair's squeaking. It's a weird day. Welcome.
It is a weird day.
There's a motorcycle going by or a really loud car because someone needs to compensate for something.
Wow.
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 What?
No,
what?
You're not wrong.
Let's talk about this manga. This was originally released May 2016 and then ran up through January 2017 in Japan. Here it's a little bit different. The first volume came out in June of 2017, and the latest volume just came out recently, like last week.
Yeah.
So April 2017. The second volume came out like in September, October.
I think it was December because I got it at my mom's house. No, it might have been September or October because I was also at my mom's house in October. I don't know.
It was one of those.
Year was a bit of a blur for me.
And also, like, they did delay, I think, a couple of these, so that would make some sense. Does it say November?
Okay.
November. So we were both wrong.
Because I remember I read it at the same time as I read the other side novel.
That makes sense. But yeah, like I think the third volume was originally supposed to come out like a month ago, but they got pushed back a little bit as well. So those are a thing. But yeah, these are all out if you want to pick them up. They're relatively cheap for manga standards. I think like they're on average like $10 a pop, which I guess that's cheap. I don't know.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I think most manga volumes these days run around that price, but usually you can wait and get them a little bit cheaper.
The list price is $13 according to the back.
That is true. They are rated T for teen for language, even though there's a straight up
There's
nip
a
in
nib.
this. There's straight up nip.
Yeah, straight up nip.
Well, I guess not straight up nip. It's just like it's there, but they try and hide it, but they don't do a good job of hiding it.
No, that's a nip.
That's straight up a nip.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some nipples in my day, and I know what
I would hope you have.
That is a nipple.
So yeah, this is a straight up retelling of the entire story.
Yep.
Nips involved and everything.
Yep.
Not much real difference between two, or at least like not a lot of like drastic changes or anything. There's a few like expansions of scenes here and there, but it's not like the 5 centimeters per second one where they add like an entire epilogue to it and everything. So
honestly, I'd say that it's more similar because of like the expansion bits to the actual novelization of the movie. Because there are scenes that get a little bit more like detail in the manga than the movie, and it was the same way in the novel. So I think it would to me it makes sense to say that it's more similar to that.
Which that is something I haven't read, and that is something you have read, so that'll be your expertise to pop in and be like, hello, I know this thing.
Yeah, I've read. So let's clarify for a moment. I'm
welcome to clarification moment. What?
About
excuse me.
I'm psycho about this. Like, I've legitimately, what have I bought? I bought all the manga. I bought the novel. I bought the other novel. I bought the little like cute Nendoroid figures, and then I have like the actual statues now.
And the expensive limited edition of the movie.
I have that too, and I've also cosplayed.
That's true.
So it's a thing. I have a problem. And And I will say though that I still find it impressive that like I keep continuing to get media of this, and every single time I still cry. Like it's literally that meme of like if you cry every time, like that's me when it comes to your name. Like I cry every freaking time.
Which I mean, I think that's a strength of the story itself, that I can go from movie to light novel to manga, and it still holds up each and every time, and can resonate those emotions within you
Mm-hmm.
when going from one to the other to the other.
Yep.
Yep. So obviously, you know, with the manga, no writing changes. They still credit Shinkai for the story. The art is by Ranmaru Kotone, who, according to this credit page I have up right now, has done a few things in terms of like manga adaptations, and it's basically that's it. Like it's a lot of manga adaptations of something. So like they did the Blood Sea manga, which Blood Sea's a bad show. Oh boy! I mean, unless you want to watch like you get off on extreme amounts of gore, like maybe you want to watch. They did a Haruhi anthology. They did a manga of Red Data Girl, and then they did the manga for the Girl Who Left Through Time manga adaptation. So that seems could be like their bread and butter, is that like, hey, we're gonna do adaptations. Which, granted, you know, the art for this is pretty good. Like,
yeah, it's pretty really good.
yeah, pretty really good. That's
Yeah.
exactly how you say it.
Yeah, I mean, like I've seen better art, but it's
serviceable. Like there's detail where you want it. It's not like haphazardly drawn in places. You know, it gets across the scenes that you'd want to get across in a way in this format, and it still works fairly well. So,
and I mean, I think that is a good thing, that the artist really does put in a lot of detail that you wouldn't really expect.
yeah.
And that's a good thing because the movie was so visually stunning.
So you kind of need that same visual fidelity, especially since this is a visual format. If you didn't have that, that would definitely be a step down in terms of, you know, creating an adaptation.
Mm-hmm. Which there is one scene in particular that I want to talk about, but I don't know if I want to talk about it right now. But it does have to do with the art.
Oh,
so
we'll probably get there in just like the tiniest bit. I wanted to mention firstly though that like I think immediately the very very beginning of this is slightly different. If I'm remembering correctly, it's been a while since I watched the film, but it's like it basically starts on when the comet's coming down,
mm-hmm.
and gives you a brief glimpse of both characters before transitioning into like the story itself. Unless that's in the film and I'm just misremembering.
I don't remember that being in the film. Like they do that later where they show him watching the comet, but no.
But basically, once you get past that, like it's a kind of like a brief tease of things, and then it's like, here's the story proper. Here's where things go down. Here's your nip. Here's your nip.
Wow.
It's right there. It's right immediately.
It is pretty much right there.
What was the scene you wanted to talk about?
So I know that I talked about this when we talked about the movie, but I think one artistically detrimental, and I know that it would be difficult to portray this in a manga, is the scene where he's like getting the flashback of like Mitsu's life.
Oh, right, yeah.
In the cave thing after he's done the sake.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't translate as well in the manga.
Yeah. I think though
it would be hard to translate that the way that it was done in the film.
Right.
Period.
I think they do a decent job of basically maintaining that, hey, these are flashbacks, because there's a, let me make sure. Yeah, there's a distinct difference between these panels and the other panels that precede. Is that like the borders between each frame is all black, compared to everything else, which is there's the normal white border in between. Which I think that's a subtle way to get across that, like, hey, these are flashbacks you're seeing. This isn't necessarily what's happening in the concurrent time, and gets across that, like, hey, something's going on here. But like you said, it's very hard to do like flashbacks of these natures in this sort of format, and they kind of try to do it with like showing Taki here and there intermingled within all these frames, but like you said, like it's hard to do this.
Well, and again, like that scene was so visually stunning, the way that had like all
Right.
the pastels and it was like kind of shaky in a sense. Again though, that would be really, really hard to pull off in a manga. Like I feel like that would have, instead of like the first few pages being color, which like that's how it usually is.
Right.
If they had done that part in color, it would have been great.
Yeah, I think I would most likely agree with you there. But like you know,
I mean, I understand that they can't do that.
It's just one of those things.
It's financial type things, and that's just how it is. It was just legitimately, that's my biggest complaint about the manga, and if that's my biggest complaint, then we're pretty okay.
And I even like, for me, I think for the format, I think it works.
Yeah,
because
I mean,
they do enough different things with it
to complaint.
Yeah, like I think they do enough different things with it to make it seem visually different and just like get across that notion like this is a huge flashback. But also interconnected with this whole scene, I think they do some really bold choices like following that. Like there's the 2-page spread where he's just like yelling her name and it's just a giant word bubble on the one screen, and then the next page it's just 2 pages of just black. And I think that's a rather extremely bold choice because, you know, page space, especially in, you know, comics, manga, graphic novels, all that sort of things, like, you want to maintain the visual fidelity, you want to maintain the story with the reader, and just devoting 2 separate pages to nothing is
and then the next pages are the chord.
Yeah, that's such an extremely bold choice that could really go one way or the other if it works or not. And I think for this, it really, really works and conveys just like the comet coming down and destroying everything, and that means everything's done. Yeah. And then also the next page showing off the chord, and then that being the thing where like, oh, he's able to go back to her one last time. Like I think that's such a fantastic bold choice that this thing does, and they do it like a couple of times here and there as well, where they do giant 2-page spreads of like really, really big moments, and I think that is probably this manga's strong suit, is when they do those, because they really nail when they do them and how they do them. Because, you know, you could probably do this a lot throughout, where you show off like these giant like 2-page spreads of just like a singular art piece, and if you did them enough, like it would just desensitize the reader to them, and anytime you do those, they're not going to be as impactful as like the first time you saw it. But with this, it's like, you know, they only do that a handful of times, maybe once per volume, and each time they do it, it's very, very impactful and basically saved for like the scenes that really need it the most. And I think it's really, really well done.
Yeah, I agree. And one thing that they did do really, really well in this entire scene that we've been discussing is that you do intermingle, like you said, they show Taki every once in a while, but they also like very distinctly make sure to show his wrist. Mm-hmm. And so they're showing like that the cord is going through all these memories or memories of her or whatever. So he's getting her past. And I think that's really important, since like the red string type thing is such a major theme in this, that they just keep showing that like that's his attachment.
And also prior to that, that's where they set up like he doesn't know like where it came from and all that. So like that's basically the 1-2 connection of, oh, here you go. This is where this is where this is connected to. Mm-hmm. And also they do the black frame another time in the 3rd volume, and that's when she goes to Tokyo to see him.
They did it once in the first one as well when he tries to call her.
See, okay, there you go. Good visual fidelity choices, good changes from just manga traditions entirely, where they're not doing it a lot. They're doing it in portions where it's impactful and where it really, really works.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's a really, really good point, is that they really utilize those black pages to their advantage in terms of storytelling.
Because there's even a thing in the third volume as well where it's another like set of just double black pages, but there's just one word bubble of him yelling, Mitsuha. But that's like
Well,
right before he wakes up again.
yeah, the one in the first one is it says Taki-kun and then it has like the black on it. And again, that's when he's trying to call and it says the number's out of service.
And then like the big 2-page spread of art for the third volume is like when they finally meet at the crater.
Hmm.
And like that's the moment you would want for that.
Right. Yes.
Like if you're not doing it for that moment, like what are you doing? And it
I think
works
they also have
so
it for
well.
the falling as well, don't they?
Is that which volume is that in?
That would be in the third one when it falls.
Let me double check.
I feel like I remember that, but
It would make sense at least. Yeah, they do.
and then more black space.
Mm-hmm. Which also that's a considering like this is the last volume, like doing that twice. I think in this works because those
Hmm.
are two super super big moments
Right.
within this. Also, just something I noticed kind of like while flipping through this, um, there's a couple of moments like right after like she finds like what's on her hand, what's written there, where
Oh.
they do like a bunch of really tight shots on her, like of her, where she basically gains her confidence to go confront her dad, and they work
Mhm.
so well because you really like get like the feeling of like okay, she's ready to go like basically tell her dad off, tell him to go off and need to. Like she's gonna get things done whether he likes it or not. And it's such a good choice of like using that much frame space and especially just like making it huge, like just like close ups on her.
Hmm. Yeah, you can definitely see the determination there.
Good choices. Good choices.
And so I mean, like overall, I think that like artistically, it was a really good rendition of it. Like
Mm-hmm.
again, the one thing was a very minor complaint, and given that that's the only complaint that I really have, that's well, I could have done without Nip, but
Yeah, that was weird.
yeah, that's just meh. Do you know if it's a guy or a lady or a team who does the art?
I don't know.
I don't. I'm really terrible with like knowing genderizations of names in Japan.
Let me see if I can look something else up.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I was
Well,
just curious.
yeah.
Um, while you're doing that, I want to talk about how there's the one part where I was telling you about the notes that he has
Yes.
about her, which you can see some of this in the movie, but seeing it like in the manga written out, like you have more time to look through it. And it's hilarious because his notes are like, really? His notes are about Teshi, a cult geek, dumb, good guy. And then Sayaka is broadcasting club quiet girl. Uh but then he has like a reference to her and says she's a shrine maiden question mark, not many friends, has breasts, seems to be Shinto priestess, dad doesn't live with, sounds like her mom is dead. What the heck is this life?
I like how there's like a bunch of question marks and like crossed out. Don't get it.
Don't get it. It's so good.
It's just funny because like there's a strange even I guess confluence of technology between the two that I don't know if I necessarily picked up on like when watching the film, but like just looking at these 2 pages of like the way they communicate is like, or at least through this part, is like he has to write things out through her notebook, and obviously she has his phone.
Yeah. Which I was just noticing, like, his phone basically has Miss Pac-Man on it.
It does. Wow.
I
Man,
forget which volume it's in, but were you going to talk about Miss Pac-Man?
I was gonna say Bandai Namco made it big.
Yeah, that's a real Miss Pac-Man there. There's also a part that I really appreciate, and I cannot remember which volume it's in, but it's basically like his friends talking about how cute he's been,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that. I'm like, oh, his friends are like kind of crushing on him. It's adorable. It might be in two. Yeah, here it is. Um, so it's got like art of him with like flowers, and it's super shoujo. And it says like, you said things like, oopsie, I'm late, I'm so sorry, did I keep you waiting? Like, who are you, my girlfriend?
God.
He was cute off and on until a bit ago, wasn't he? So his friends were like, aw, you're adorable. And I think that's great, because you don't really see that much with like guys in media.
Right.
And I mean, I understand that she was in his body, but like, they don't know that. They just know that their friend's being adorable. And they're like, rightly calling it out. They're like, you were cute, man. What happened to your cute side? And he's like, violence.
What cute side? I don't have a cute side.
Another like minor change that they did is during the scene at the like rim of the crater, where I feel like they handled it a little bit different than the movie, but I like this better, which is surprising because that's me. Where is it? Basically, it's when they're talking about her haircut, and like in the movie, he basically says like he doesn't like her short hair, and he does the same here, kind of, but it shows him like looking off to the side and blushing, covering his face. And so to me, it shows more that like he's not being like weird about her hair. Like he doesn't know how to handle his emotions there.
Yeah.
And I like that better, because honestly, if you tell a girl like, yeah, I don't like your new haircut, it kind of sucks, that's a little mean.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like it definitely does seem like he's just kind of like he doesn't really know what to say. He doesn't understand like the basically how to handle that situation, and it makes him come off as less of a jerk.
Yeah, like him looking off to the side and blushing is more like, okay, this is his first time really like dealing with a girl in this way that he actually likes, because he had the crush, but they didn't communicate the same kind of way.
Right.
And so like this is a girl his own age that he's trying to his own age quotations
Kind of.
that he's like trying to figure out his feelings for. And you know, he's had this like trauma of realizing that she was dead and that he loved her. And so I feel like the blushy and looking away feels more authentic, and it makes me like Taki more.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, I already like Taki. I think he's great, but that scene always kind of irked me.
Yeah.
So I like this change a lot. What were you looking up? Oh, if you could find out anything about
Yeah,
the
I didn't find anything, so.
Nah, it's all right. There was something else I was gonna mention.
I was going to mention like there's a couple of brief additions to the story that they do in the manga.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned like the basketball scene. They kind of expand upon a little bit.
Yep. They make it clear that she was not wearing a bra.
Right.
Which is a big thing in the light novel, and it's an even bigger thing in the like other side novel. Like there's an entire chapter dedicated to him trying to figure out how to wear a bra. It's hilarious. But yeah, they expand that one a little bit more, that it's not just like a quick cut in the movie.
And then like once you get past the the comet, and then basically like right at the end, there's a little bit more focus on Mitsuha here than there is in the movie, because I think it mostly focuses on Taki for that portion. So you get to like see like what she's doing, like how she's feeling. You get to like get like a little bit of backstory, like, hey, I was able to fix everything, and then I went to Tokyo, and I went to college, and now I graduated, and then I got a job, and I'm still trying to find something. And then like she has this cool little like meeting with the two
Teshi and Sayaka.
Yes, them two, which you don't get in the movie.
Yeah, you don't get that, and like the only thing you get in the movie is him seeing them.
Yeah.
But I like that one because for one, it's a close call with them seeing each other. But it was cute seeing her like with her friends again and seeing what she's been up to and like seeing like how she feels about everything. I like that we got her side a little bit more there.
And I like how she takes them to the restaurant where he worked at.
Yeah.
I think that's real good. But then like at the end, like you do also get like those moments of like, oh, he sees them. Then you flip back over to the Taki side and you get basically all the stuff that happens in the end of the film. The one thing you don't get is that weird ambivalence of whether or not the friend of his is getting married to the girl he worked with, because they don't show his hand. I was hoping there was some
kind of clarification on that, and we never will get any kind of clarification. It hurts my feelings. I love that we got more Teshi and Sayaka though, because they're great. They're so funny together. Why can't we ever see his hand?
It's a good question. Well, he only shows up at the end like once, so.
Yeah, I know, but still frustrating.
And then also you get a little bit of like of Mitsuha being like having her sister badger her about coming home, and she's like, I can't come home. And like her trying to maintain a social life, but also being like, I don't know what I'm trying to find, so I can't really do anything. And then that's kind of like where they have like their first like, or they have like the face to face on the trains, and I think that's a really good thing, because even like going into like the last couple of pages, like it just seems like she's kind of more or less still monologuing about what her life's going through now that she's older and everything, and then it just like bam punches you because it's another big 2-page spread that you don't really necessarily like anticipate. I mean, you kind of do because you know what's going to come, but like the way they do it, it's different than what you're expecting.
Right. And I do think, I know I mentioned it with the Sayaka and the Teshi thing, that they had the close encounter there, but then there's another one where they walk by each other and they look at each other like, wait a minute.
Because I think that's the same one that, or at least it's similar to the one they have in the movie, but they don't necessarily linger on each other like they do here.
Yeah. And her sister's the one with the pigtails that they show, right?
I would highly assume so.
Yeah, so that was cool to see her.
Because she's well, I guess they would show her. They kind of show her twice, I guess, here.
Yeah, but they show her older, and so that's fun because then we get to see like what the family's doing because they survived.
Yeah.
We like survival in this house.
We like and support survival in this house.
It's a thing. But I did really, really like that we got that side of it that we didn't get in the movie, is like what she's been up to.
Yeah, I think it's very good addition to this. Like, it doesn't take away from the story at all at the end or anything, and it's good little bits of story that you don't get at all from the film or anything like that. I don't know if it's in the novelization or anything like that, but
I don't remember it being in the novel. And then you get the last parts in color, which is nice.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that her sister is like, if you don't find somebody soon, I'm going to start picking out your suitors. Like, oh my God. I don't know. I was going to say I don't want my brother picking out people for me to date, but at the same time, like, my brother's had some pretty hot friends, so.
I mean, would you want your brother to pick out people who are going to be marriage interviews for you? Because that's what she's implying.
Oh, I know it is. That's exactly what she's applying. I don't know. Like I said, my brother's got some pretty...
I mean, that's a pretty big commitment to be like, okay, well, I don't know you, but here I am for an interview to marry you. It's a pretty big leap.
Fair. I would actually want to know, like, does this person smell after, like, a few hours? before I marry them. Some people just smell.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good.
It's fair.
I mean, like, you wouldn't want to date a girl who smelled, would you?
I mean, probably not, but
And I mean, you especially wouldn't want to marry her.
especially like just out of the blue.
Right. It's like, okay, my sister has hooked me up with you. Now we're getting married. Also, you smell. This kind of sucks. I trust my brother on that, but like at the same time, you're right. I wouldn't want to have somebody just come in. They're like, "All right, I'm here for the interview to marry you." Like,
It's a little much.
there's the door. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you and goodbye. But yeah, like
seek other potentials here.
I think they wrap it up really well. Like it basically wraps up the same as the film, which of course it's going to do that. But like you said, saving the color bits for this moment in particular is smart. It's what you want.
Yep.
And it's a.
And she's so cute in that little panel where she's. I thought so too. Like, look at her face. I love her. They make me so happy. Except for when I cry a lot.
I mean, you do cry a lot with the series.
I do. Like, I really wish I'd done like a counter at some point of like how many times I've cried because of your name.
Too many.
And like my phone case is that now. Did you know that?
Maybe, probably. I mean, I'm not surprised in the slightest.
My current phone case is your name, so I have a problem.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, like I think the only thing that is kind of a detriment to these is that like these are pretty bare bones basic volumes. Like it's the 3 chapters and that's pretty much it. Like you're gonna get scanned in terms of like even just translation notes. Like I know volume 1 and volume 2 have those, but it's just like a page of like little tiny bits. The 3rd volume doesn't even have any of it, which I don't know if that was just because it got delayed or anything. It's also kind of interesting that like the only volume that has advertisements in it is the first one, and then the other 2 have nothing else in it. I think it would just been interesting to see some like I don't know, work in progress art or like just stuff like that, some like behind the scenes stuff to get bundled in with these things, but I would assume they're just like handling these the same way that they were handled in Japan, so like none of that stuff was probably in those. So it's just like bundle them together, translate them, throw them out there.
And that's one thing that always bums me out is that I love translation notes. I'm that nerd. So it bums me out that there's like essentially like here's the currency conversion and here are the honorifics. I'm like, really? That's all you're gonna give me?
And
Come
like
on.
especially in the second volume, they put them on the back cover.
Yeah.
It's a weird place to put them. And then like nothing for the 3rd volume, so I guess nothing needed translated at all in this. Well, I guess they do some things like in the frames, in the borders.
Yeah, they do that where like the like action words are translated and like the one where the marriage interviews like they translate that.
Which I mean that's fine, but like I don't know, that always seems a little bit. I mean, sloppy is not the right word for it, but it doesn't look good. I don't think just cramming that in there real small and snug.
Well, especially when you have like bad eyes like me.
Yeah, that's true.
It makes it hard to see that kind of stuff because it's so tiny a lot of the time.
It's like you're playing Dead Rising on a standard definition TV in 2006.
Oh my God, that's a nightmare. That and Lost Odyssey. Lost Odyssey had the tiniest text in the world.
Of course, you're the person who's going to put that in there as well. Why am I not surprised?
You shouldn't be. I don't know why you would be. It's me we're talking about.
I guess the only thing else I would have to say is you have read the other light novel of this.
Yep.
Do you think they could throw together a manga version of that? and sell as like an extra volume for this, or?
I would like if they did, especially because my favorite part of that is the backstory about her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Because he just like generally in the movie and the manga comes across as kind of like a
right.
And when you read the other side, I forget what it's actually called. Is it Earthbound or something like that?
No, that's a video game.
It is. But when you read that, you get a lot of
It's
like
called
backstory.
Mother. No, it's another side Earthbound. You're right.
Okay. So you get a lot more of like his past, how he met her mom, like became involved with the shrine at all, and you understand a lot more of like where he's coming from, that he's not just being like a straight up
right.
That like there's reasoning behind the things that he's doing. And so I really, really like that. And again, if they want to like escape from the like seriousness of that, there's also the entire chapter of Taki trying to figure out the bra.
Yeah.
So
so there's levels of emotions you could go with for that.
Yeah, and I think that it could very easily be done, and I would appreciate it because I really like that other side.
Mm-hmm.
I still am like fingers crossed hoping that there's going to be another one, but I don't think there will be because I wish that we had more of like Mitsuha in Taki's body, like because we had that entire chapter of him trying to figure it out. Like it'd be nice having a chapter of her figuring it out.
Right.
Obviously, Taki's not wearing a bra, but I mean, he might be. I don't know.
I think the only like detriment is that like if they would have done that, they probably would have done that by now because
yeah.
Because the manga of this ended in Japan in January of last year, and I don't think they've done anything with it since. So
yeah, I know.
It's probably
It's tragic.
done. Yeah.
But I feel like it could easily be made into more material, but it's still worth reading.
Yeah.
Even in like actual text form.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it humanizes her dad a lot. And I appreciate that. There's not ever just like black and whites of people. There's something else I was going to mention. Oh, what'd you think about the cover art?
Like in general, or for an individual volume, or what?
Both individually and like generally.
I think the first and the third ones are really well done.
Mm-hmm.
I think the second one's kind of iffy because it's a little strange. Because like out of context, it kind of looks really weird.
Yeah, out of context, it does look weird, but I think 2 is actually my favorite.
Huh.
Because you have like his senpai and you have his friend, and then you have him looking like completely dazed, and then you have her just like in the background.
Right.
I think that's really interesting to look at.
Yeah, I think visually it is it's different than the others, and I think it pulls it off in a way that if it was like a different color scheme, it might not.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing, is that the second volume is really bright. Like if you look at the spines and everything, I like that a lot. Also, I think it is kind of a cool thing that like the first one thematically goes with it in the sense that like, okay, here's the 2 main characters. You're getting what's going on with these 2 throughout this volume. Then in 2, you have the focus more on him because he's trying to figure out like, where is she, what happened. And then the third is obviously like them meeting up together. So like you kind of have an idea of like the shifts and stories based on the covers.
The covers tell a story.
Well, yeah, but like that doesn't always happen.
Right, yeah.
And so I feel like it was actually really effective, but 2 is definitely my favorite.
I think it's a good argument for it. Makes me appreciate it more.
Yay! I just want to know if they got married. That's all I want to know.
You'll never know.
I won't know. I want them to get married. And it's like everybody should get married. That's fine.
They're all taking marriage interviews.
No, they're not doing that. No.
I think like the long and short of this is that, if you're a fan of the film, these are really good adaptations of that story.
Yep.
And prove that the story is very good on its own and can survive being taken from a movie, implemented into manga with 3 volumes, also implemented into a light novel on its own, and it still work with each individual medium to convey the same story, to get across all of its points, and also just let you get washed away in all those emotions as well.
Yeah, man. I mean, I cried so much throughout like the manga and the movie and the novel, and like I just cry all the time. Only when it comes to Your Name, though. There are other times that I watch things and I don't cry. It's just this. Or read things and I don't cry. It's just this. Your Name makes me cry every freaking time. And not just because of sadness.
There's happy sad too. Or happy tears too.
Happy tears, yes. There's so many happy tears by the end of it. Oh man. The first time I ever watched this, I was just a mess. The second time I ever watched this, I was just a mess. I didn't even have enough tears to cry at Silent Voice because I had cried so much and I was probably dehydrated.
Yep. That was a thing.
Oh my God. Like it is a real thing. Like I love this story. I love everything about it. Except for maybe the nip.
Get that nip out of here.
I just don't need to see teenage girl nip.
Blur that nip. Do a better job hiding it.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's just teenage girl nip is not really my thing.
This is rated T for teens. Come on. For language only.
Language only.
Where's the nip warning?
Yeah, maybe that's something that we should mention is like maybe don't read the first volume in public because of that surprise nip. Or just turn the page
really hurriedly quick, go through that part. Because it's only a page.
Yeah, and the rest of it's fine. So,
yeah.
Except for the boob filling up, but that's safe enough for work.
Quasi safe for work. QSFW.
Yeah, I mean, maybe depending on your workplace. Like if I read this at work, no one would care. But like I don't know, if you work at the government or something, maybe don't read it there.
The government.
I don't know.
That's your go-to.
Where do people work?
I don't know. The gas station.
I think you could get away with it at a gas station.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where people work. Maybe if you like have a cubicle and there's somebody that can see right into your cubicle and they would like see the nip there, like maybe don't do that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Life tips.
Or like if you're working at a front desk at a library or something, people look at your book and you're like, oh,
nips.
Yeah. I mean, people have a variety of jobs.
They do. That is the nature of the world.
My job, however, would not care. So.
Well, there you go.
Then again, I read all these from my bed, so.
You can get away with anything there.
It's true, you can.
Well, do we have any final thoughts on this, or should we wrap this up?
It good.
There you go. The final word. It good.
It good.
It good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you like the film, you should probably pick these up. They are good adaptations.
I agree.
That's the final word.
I would definitely say watch the film first, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good advice in general.
True. Just watch Your Name. That's really all there is to it.
And then you could go listen to our podcast about it.
And cry with us.
Oh.
A lot.
Yes. Well, that's going to bring us to the end of this episode. Signed, sealed, and delivered.
I'm yours.
What?
It's a song.
Okay.
It's a song.
I know. I feel like we've done this bit before.
We have.
Well, if you want to get more from us, that's not songs. We don't have those.
Never ever.
You can go to seasonanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this, like the episode on the movie of your name, where we go highly in depth in that. Talk about the whole dang thing. And you can also find other podcasts on there as well, like Jared and I Watch Sailor Moon Crystal. It's where we watch Sailor Moon Crystal. And you can find the Season Anime Checkup as well. And you can find columns and reviews on the site as well. Also, go to Crunchyroll and read my article, because it's pretty cool.
I'm proud of him.
Published author, that's me.
That is you.
You can find more of Ladyem at Ladyem.com. She's got hecka cool columns and reviews on her site.
Not published.
I mean, they're published on the internet.
They are published on the internet.
Published author and lady.
Oh my lord.
You can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/animecheckup. It's where we do the Twitter, your home for the most accurate Persona 5 the animation reviews.
It's true.
Episode by episode, all on Twitter. 100% accurate. No faults.
None.
0.
That's the rating so far.
Yep. It's a solid average of 0.
Yep.
Very scientific. Scientists come to me like, how do you get so scientific? I'm just like, guys, gals, fellow scientists.
It all just has to do with Hifumi.
You just got to learn the science.
Love the best girl and the science will come to you.
Exactly. There you go. You can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA, where you can be like, wow, this is a great podcast. This is $1 worth of my time. And that's how you give us $1.
Yay.
Subliminally? I can speak.
Oh boy.
So why am I not a published speaker?
Can you be a published speaker? You can be a public speaker.
I mean, I guess if you have like speeches and they get published via various forms of media, like cassette tapes,
oh my
MP3s.
God. Oh my God.
That would be a form of being published.
Okay.
I think that counts. I'm gonna count it.
Okay.
All right. There you go. What are we gonna do next week? We don't know. Something.
I don't know.
Shrug shoulders.
Next week's gonna be hectic.
Oh, right.
AF.
Yes. Next week will be very hectic AF. Yeah.
We'll figure out something.
Yeah, it most likely will be very chill to compensate for various outstanding factors in the real life.
Yeah.
So we'll come up with something that'll be pretty chill and easy, but also very fun, because that's what we bring. We bring the fun.
We do. I think we're fun.
I mean, I'd hope so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I look forward to something cool, fun, jamboree next week.